Hey Hubert, you were at a conference again this past weekend.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, how was it?
Was good. Good people, good conversations, good as always. Yes.
And I suppose you got the question again.
Absolutely. The question, what is the Industrial Agile Framework? And it's a repeating question, so I think it's a good question to answer here for everybody.
Yeah, agreed. Why don't we take it apart?
Please.
Yeah, so the first
Let's
part.
start. Yes.
Yeah, industrial. We're talking about physical products, like a remote control, for example. The whole thing, from start to finish. We're talking about the design, the components that go into it, the supply chain considerations, the manufacturing of 100,000 of these at some point. Yeah, the physical aspect is what we're talking about. Yeah?
So really, from the moment somebody has an idea for that remote control till the moment that they go en masse out of the door of the factory.
Right. The whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So what's Agile?
So Agile, there's a couple of things what together make Agile. One of the things is that there's always late ideas and late discoveries. A new component, a new design, or we want to adjust it for using it with people who want bigger buttons, and that should not bring us back to step one and start all over again.
You have to throw out all the work that you've already done.
No, there's an agility, and late changes are possible without big costs and big delays and overruns, etc. So that's one part of agility. The other thing is that, let's face it, we'll make mistakes while going through that whole process from idea to getting it out of the manufacturing plant. So we should find those problems early, when they're still cheap and easy to fix, and hence early and continuous inspection. The key thing there is inspection by all relevant people. So when the first 3D printed version comes on the table, manufacturing people look at it and go like, yeah, but that's going to be hard to put this and this fixture together, and that's going to cost. Well, if we know that early, a small modification might make it cheap to produce. So whole team, all relevant people inspect early and often to find the problems early.
And to help with things like inspecting early and finding problems, we have a framework to help understand how you might do that. Now, when we talk about a framework, I get a picture in my mind of something like an orange crate or a milk crate. It's strong, it's sturdy, but the top is open and there's a lot of space inside. And within that framework, you can add a lot of things.
Right, so we existing practices, Six Sigma, lean practices, they can go in. The box holds it together. The box is agile. The box has got the practices for the early inspection and has some thoughts around the whole team and when they participate. And the box is there, but good practices that we have, engineering practices, test practices, they go in the box.
Sure. Now we don't want to distort the box. Once you try to twist it or drill holes in it, and it might not get you the results that you were looking for.
No, then the bottom drops out. There go your oranges. Not good. Well,
okay. Now we have another way of looking at the framework.
Box and orange box, great. And we can think different about framework. It's a frame that holds a bunch of good practices together that we've built up over the years. We don't want to raise the impression that it's going to be simple. It's definitely a framework to make it work. It's a new way to inspect tests this early, to have just a 3D printed design, and manufacturing is already evolved. That's new to everybody. And how are we going to do that? How will those people be freed up, and how often? And there is definitely a lot of work to be done to get the Industrial Agile Framework in place in an organization.
Yeah, and speaking of a lot of work, I think this is a good summary of the Industrial Agile Framework that represents what we focus on at Big Orange Square. There's a lot more to talk about.
There's more, there's practices, and we'll get into that in the next video.